Can you use Canva to collect leads and get emails for your mailing list? And the answer is sort of yes. So let's show you how to do it. And then I'll talk about the limitations as I go. Okay, so you go to Canva homepage, click create, and we're going to create a website. This is Canva Tips for Authors, where we show authors how to use Canva better for their book marketing and, in this case, lead generation. If you're an author and would like to talk to other authors, come join the Facebook group. The link is in the description. And if you would like some free templates where you can just drag and drop in your cover and then hit the ground running with your social media images, join the mailing list. Here's the link and QR code. Okay, so we're going to start with a website. We don't have to start with a website. This also works in presentations and in email designs. In case you didn't know, Canva now lets you design emails in Canva and then move them across onto your service provider. We're going to go to Elements and we are going to browse the categories. And we're going to look for forms. Now, there are lots of different forms for businesses. You've got lead capture, which is the one we're going to use. There's stuff for education where you can do like a little vibe check. You can do little quizzes, that sort of thing. Stuff for events where you can get RSVPs. I think this is really great to do as a website because, you can just put up a temporary website, get people to RSVP to your event, and then close it down again. You can get feedback, other stuff, lots of things. But what we are going to use to start with is a lead capture form. Okay, so first of all, we're going to make this really big. So that it fills up the whole of the website. Okay, and then we're going to move it to the side. And the nice thing about these web pages is you can resize them to be whatever size you want. Now we're going to make it as tall as the form with a little bit of extra space at the bottom, just so that sometimes when it displays on a phone, you get a little shadow at the bottom and you don't want your submit button to get covered by the shadow. Okay, so you can change this. So there we go, settings, header. So this is join the newsletter. There we go. Okay, submit. Fair enough. Okay, and then you can change the questions. So this is just going to be first name if you want that. I'm not sure I would, but sometimes it's nice to have. Because you can, when you get into your email, you can personalize the emails. But I've had it go wrong so many times where it says DF, curly brackets, first name, and then the email. And that just looks really crap. So I'm a bit wary of using it. But when it works, it is beautiful. Okay, and email. What are you most interested in? Let's keep that. And we're going to say Jivanitarika, and that's monthly. And new releases and special offers. Only sporadic. So I segment my list so that people who only want to know when new releases come out don't get my monthly email. And this one we don't need, so let's delete. Okay. Right. Now let's change this so that it fits better with what I need. So let's make this blue and background to the same color. And then we change this submit button to something that stands out. Oopsie. Wrong one. There. Okay. So those stand out quite well. Okay. Right. So this is my form. Now I can publish this as a website. So Jeeve.mycanvas site. Okay. Let's call this newsletter. Yeah. And then I can publish it. If I wanted to, I could link my URL that I already own to here, but I'm not going to do that. Okay. Let's publish this. Okay, so we're going to look at the preview. This is what it looks like on a desktop. This is what it looks like on a phone. If you don't already have a newsletter and want to find out how to start one, check out our course at the Fiction Tutors shop. Let's put down Jeeve. And what am I interested in? I'm interested in the monthly email, and I'm going to hit submit. Go back to edit design. Now, where's my form? If you click on the form, you get to see responses. So there's been one response because I did it, and you can view the responses, or you could link it to Sheet. View responses, anonymous, first name Jeeve, made up email, anonymous because I didn't give it a real email, and it tells me what I want. Link to Sheet. Now I can take this data and put it into a Canva sheet. Let's do that. Right. So again, you have the timestamp, you have the date, the name, and you have the email address and what they want. Now, once you're in here, you can filter things much like you can do with Excel. But this is where the downside comes in. To send the data that you have. So what you need is you want this data and you want to move it to your MailerLite account, say, you have to basically copy this, download this as there was a download as Excel. Download, there we go. Download it as a CSV file or an Excel spreadsheet, and then upload it to MailerLite. I think there is some integration with Mailchimp. I could be wrong. Let's have a look. Mail, there we go. Yeah, this is only for exporting emails. MailerLite is what I use. Mailchimp. So with Mailchimp, the integration is better. And I think that you can sync so that when people sign up to your email list using the Canva website, you can ping it across to Mailchimp. But I don't have Mailchimp, so I don't know how this works. The other thing that you can do is to set up a Zapier Zap so that whenever somebody signs up, you've got it goes across to your MailerLite or whatever ConvertKit or whatever it is you're using. Again, that's a completely separate service, and I haven't used Zapier in years, but it's something to bear in mind. But so you can collect the email addresses, but then you have to move them manually onto your email service provider. Okay, so that is how you collect emails using Canva. This is a Canva free feature, so anybody can use it. It's worth a shot. Let me know how you get on if you try it. I hope you found this useful. If you did, tell all your friends, and I'll see you in the next video.